Hello, welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic on a very cold February morning. I'm going to take a look at the Times crossword now. Let's work through it together. Okay, here we go. Wild call by card player after ace and king turned over. Well, ace and king turned over looks like A and K reversed, doesn't it? So does this begin with a K? Not sure. Let's try and get 2 down and help. Again, relative turned up. A relative would be a bro or a sis or a... Why can't I get that? I don't know. Face up to work and discussion at the White House. Discussion at the White House is making me think that this is an American word for a discussion. That's all I'm thinking that means. Work is often abbreviated to OP, so I'm wondering about something like that here. Face can be a dial. That would be laid up, which doesn't seem to make any sense. So still no progress. Brother wearing several reduced pink hats. It's a good clue, and I have no idea what the answer to it is. Girl swallows a minute or a minute. Drink over in island resort. Again, I'm sure this is the name of an island resort, but I don't know it yet. Taste no end of wine from South Africa. Goodness me, this is a slow start, so let's carry on. Fish and unfit cooked accompaniment for chicken. Okay, nope. Ah, I've done one. Way. American woman ignores British. An American woman is abroad. Ignoring the B is just a road, which is away. Goodness me, that was a mission. 15 across. At little cost, fellow twice visits parts of Acton with a bit of cash. Well, fellow twice makes me think of an F repeated. I think F can be an abbreviation for fellow. So, at little cost. Cash, goodness me. Still not making quick progress. Tenant thrown out in Leeds and Lahore. Okay, well this is going to be an anagram of Leeds and Lahore. And if we do that, we can get leaseholder, which of course is a tenant. Let's try and use the letters. Work left, university staff mostly looking for a break. Opportunist or something like that, yes. Okay, so I said that work in 3 down is often abbreviated to OP, from opus. Here we've got it again. We've got OP, and then left, I think, is going to be port here. University, that's probably U or uni. And then staff mostly is almost all of stick, so opportunistic actually is going to be the answer. Very good clue. This again. Not perhaps straightforward. 22. I am outwardly ruddy and frosty. Well, rhymed is a word which means frosty. So we can see there we've got I am for I am in the middle of red, which obviously is a synonym for ruddy. Let's try and get 23 down just in case we can. That would be helpful. Exclamation of disgust initially having drink upset. Ooh. It looks like, I'm wondering if this is D, the D from disgust, and then a word for a drink reversed, which could be a number of things. Just not sure. Deity behind rain to some extent. Okay, well this is going to be Indra. You can see that hidden in the letters there of behind and rain. And Indra is a god, I think, in Hinduism, but don't shoot me if I've got that wrong. Heartstown, set welcoming writer. Heartstown. Looks like, I think it's going to be the name of a Heartstown. Set welcoming writer. Harpenden. So to harden is to set, and then that's around the outside of pen, which is obviously the name of a writer. Let's go back here then. Exclamation. Well, maybe this isn't. Okay, nigh. Oh, I was going to put nigh in here because having initially having could be the H, and then drink gin, all of that reversed. Nigh being the answer. An exclamation of disgust. Is that nigh? Whew. I don't like it very much, I have to say. I'm a little worried about that answer. The three-letter drinks. Ah, how about pish then? That is an exclamation of disgust. And then we've got sip reversed. So I almost fell into a nasty trap there where the wordplay did give a word. Luckily, I thought twice. Deduction in pay for refusal to work. So that sounds like stoppage or something like that, doesn't it? Again, I'm not too comfortable with that. I think we'll come back to that. Got together and took single drug. Methadone? Got together is met. And took had one single methadone. Gosh, that's difficult. Article encased in fine timber. Well, fine could be okay, couldn't it? So if we put an article of speech as in the indefinite article, the letter A, in the middle of okay, we get timber, or oak, which obviously is a type of timber. One who scored duck caught out, say. One who scored. That sounds like it might be the name of a composer. Duck caught out, say. Not sure. 20 down. Award 1 accepted by leader of rock group. Ah, okay. Another very nice clue, actually. This is a very good crossword. So here, it's a case of just reading it correctly. I realised eventually that the definition here is award, and then it's 1 accepted, and 1 is often I, and that's accepted by leader of rock. Leader of rock is an R, and then I need a 4-letter word for a group here that I'm going to write in, and it's going to give me the name of an award. And I'll say it's ribboned. Let's have a look at this. Got good letters for this. Hard work removing railway covering an Asian region. So I'm sure this is the name of an Asian region. Hard work, graft, removing railway. Pretty sure this is going to be some name of some stand in hard work, removing railway. Industry. So hard could be H, and then Work could be industry. Remove the RY from the end of industry, and we get indust, covering an, so that's the an there, and we get Hindustan, which is an age and region. Yes, this is definitely not an easy crossword. Fine weather intermittently for outdoor event. Okay, this is easier. Fine can be abbreviated to F, and then if we look at alternate letters of weather, we can get ETE out of that, and a fete is obviously an outdoor event. Talks will enthrall daughter beginning to study game of strategy. Something chess, maybe? Just enthrall daughter. Talks. Talks will enthrall daughter, rather than talks enthrall daughter. That will there looks like it might be important. Beginning to study just looks like an S, so I'm wanting to put something like this in here. Sure though. One who scored duck, caught out. Well, duck with a caught out is DUK, because I'm removing the C there. And C can be abbreviation for caught, as in cricket. That's what you'd write on a scorecard. And then say could be as, and I vaguely think I've heard of a composer called Dukas. So I'm going to go with that. Now, I need to make some more progress in this top half somewhere. Where's a good place to look? Let's have a look at this. Father is up and about. Well, is up could be SI, reversal of is, and then about RE, and to father is to sire. It also works as a noun as well. Right, so taste no end of wine from South Africa. Ooh. Pinotage, is that South African wine? Or is that Zinfandel? No end of wine from South Africa. Wow. Okay, well I need to get something into this top half, so where to pick? Let's have a look at 4 down, I haven't seen that. Right. In flames, I lit match. Well, lit can mean drunk. So I'm wondering whether this could be an anagram of in flames I, and the whole thing meaning match, and that would work. I think semi-final is an anagram there. Let's go with that. Brother wearing several reduced pink hats. Whew. Sylvester, something like that. Not sure. Paul briefly working for builder. Mason. So that's mast. Most of the word mast, as in pole briefly. If something's working, it's on, and that gives us the name of builder. So this isn't. So brother wearing several reduced pink sombreros. Brother is in brer. Wow. Let's just check this. So reduced pink here is rose without the E at the end. I can see that. Brother is just BR, it's not brer. So it's some for several around BR, and then most of the word rose. Wow, or rosy, I guess, as well. It could be. Either works. So, rescuer, splashing about round pool. Rescuer. Retriever. I'm not sure. Let's go back to that. Substitute, replacement. Does that fit? Not quite. Given stick after failing to finish second match. Whew. Sure. Let's try and, oh, we've got an F in this one now. So fish and unfit cooked accompaniment to chicken. Well, I had thought earlier that chicken could be yellow, but I dismissed it because I thought the yellow would sit on its own. But it doesn't. Yellowfin tuna is going to be the answer here. You can see how that's going to be an anagram. Think of an unfit at the end of yellow. Wow. Obviously being the name of a fish. That gives us a Y in one down, which I don't think I've looked at actually. Extremely angry, missing European racing event. Racing event. Should be able to get that. But rally cross, could that be? Let's just put that in. I can see it really cross. Really cross without the E. Gosh, very nice. Okay, so we're slowly ploughing our way through this. Cause of beastly smell, I haven't seen this one yet, namely, that primarily is found in the country. Okay, whatever that means. Cause of beastly smell. Namely. Well, namely can be SC, which I think is an abbreviation for solicit or scilicit. So that would be SC. That primarily is found in the country. Cause of beastly smell. What about something like scent gland? Can't be right, can it? That has got England around the outside. Yes, okay, it is right. Goodness me. So here we've got that primarily, which is T, in the middle of England, because that primarily is found in the country, all after SC for namely. Absolutely brutal. Now this could still be stoppage by the looks of it. Deduction in pay for refusal to work. Why can't I get that? Is a deduction in pay just a stoppage? I can't think what else this would be. Something I'm not appreciating about that clue. Maybe it's a definition I don't know, but I don't see what else this could be. I mean, I think it's got to begin with S. Step something. Oh. Los Alamos, something like that. Girl, lass. Or lass something then. Lass swallows a minute drink over. So that's going to be M-A-M for a minute. Then a word for drink again, reversed. And an island resort. Las Palmas, lap this time. Wow. Wild call by card player after ace and king turned over. Or king can be R, so maybe I was wrong with my KA assumption. Maybe it's RA assumption. So a wild call would be a... Oh no, actually, maybe it's just wild. A call by a card player would be pass, bid, rabid. Yeah, okay. A bridge call. So we get R. So this is BIS for again. The relative here was sib reversed, as in a shortened form of sibling. Difficult. Okay, so now we've got face up to work and discussion at the White House. Face up to. I'm not seeing that yet. Okay, so Dean across. At little cost, fellow twice, visits parts of Acton with a bit of cash. In the money? I don't see how that can be right. Fellow twice, visiting parts of Acton. On the money? At little cost. All I'm doing here is I'm wondering whether he could be a fellow. On the cheap. On the cheap would be a little cost. Fellow twice could be two he's visiting parts of Acton. Okay, well I guess they do, and then a little cash is a p, as in 1p. Goodness me, that's difficult. So, speed chess, of course, that would work down here. So talks, speeches, will enthrall daughter. Okay, so that's around a D, and the beginning to study. Goodness me, another great clue. A rescuer. Splashing about round. Oh, it's this an anagram of rescuer around O, and the whole thing is a pool, which is a resource. So I could have got that before. It's funny how often, once you have the right idea about a cryptic crossword clue, the clue becomes trivial. There, it was my failure to read splashing about as an anagram indicator, and once I did, the clue became easy. So taste, savour. No end of wine from South Africa. How about sample? I think that might mean the taste of something. I'm wondering if this is a South African port without the T at the end. SA pour. Quite like that. Oh, replacement does fit. For some reason I didn't think it did. Let's put that in and see why. Given stick after failing to finish second match. A replay is a second match, and to cement is to stick. Okay, so that was right. So I'm left with this one. Face up to work with discussion at the White House. Face up to is to face up to work and discussion at the White House. I can't get the thought that this ends OP out of my brain, and that I just can't think of any words that fit with a P at the end here. So I need to stop thinking about that and think about something different. Face up to. Oh, that's brutal. This is going to be an American spelling of dialogue, isn't it? Oh, that is very hard. Okay, so here we've got face, which is a dial, and then up to work, I think is saying reverse go, which is obviously an expression that means work. and that gives us dialogue spelt like this, which is, you know, it is an American spelling of a discussion, which was my very first thought. But as with when you do the New York Times crosswords, so often it is very hard to see these American spellings. They just do not fit naturally into my brain. Anyway, let's put this in and see if it's right. The only one I'm a bit nervous about, and I should probably have thought more about, is stoppage. But let's see. It is right. That's good. The computer is thinking a lot about it. Okay, and I've just checked the Trusty Chambers dictionary, and indeed, stoppage, that is a double definition. So a stoppage is something stopped from your pay, as in, I think, withheld from your pay, as well as obviously being a refusal to work. Duckus, yeah, that is a composer, famous for, or most famous, I think, for The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which you may have heard at the beginning of this video. So I think this was a really great crossword today. A number of brilliant word plays, not easy at all. Yeah, so it took a bit longer, but I think puzzles like this are the reasons that this vlog exists. There's a lot to learn from crosswords that are this good. So I hope it was useful. Please check out the other videos we put up recently. There was a great video that Tom Collier did on Sudoku solving at the weekend, and Mark's listener video yesterday is very entertaining for those of you who are interested in the more advanced cryptic crosswords, and especially the listener series. So thanks for watching. Do like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic.